Well, how you going, everyone? Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all had an awesome week this week, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you did during the week's duration, hope you're able to have a little bit of a hunt here and there. Hope you found some awesome things this week, everyone. Hope you had a great week. Well, these are my finds this week, everyone. Lots of assorted die casts in it today. Some Tamikas here and there. Some from the swap meet today. Some from a die cast shop over the weekend. Some vintage boxed matchboxes here, still with their original box. Very tough looking army vehicles, might I say, as well. Some more loose cars as well, Hot Wheels and Matchbox related. Some awesome stuff off Mad Mate, including a very tough Oshkosh snowplow, and some other stuff just here I'll get to right now. Old Thunderbirds vehicle, old Thunderbird 1. Glad to find one on card. I have a lot of a few Thunderbirds vehicles from when I was a kid, all in played with condition, of course. Glad to find one carded. Love that card art. This was released back in the 90s when I was a kid. Only a little when I was a little Josh the Collector Guy. Made by Matchbox as well, so that's very cool indeed. Glad to have something from when I was a kid still on its original packet. So great find from I think it was some sort of collector's shop I went to. Yeah, had all sorts of bits and pieces there. This severely beaten up card of the London Busty, found at the swap meet today. Gee, I think the kid played with the card more than he did the actual vehicle or whatever. It's pretty rough shape, but cool to have it on the card. Very cool to see how it once came back in, I believe this is in the 80s, and still made in England. Very cool. Love the card art on the back. Lots of assorted matchboxes there. Some very awesome ones in the mix there. And a little promotional thing. Very cool to see. Always good to find the old vintage stuff still on card. Like, you just see how it once came before all the newer stuff. Very cool indeed. Doesn't seem to have any glass in the windows, which is a bit weird. Not sure if it came out like that or they just didn't do it. So but nevertheless, still very cool indeed. Get to the loose stuff now. Old Rolls Royce Silver Shadow, found that at the flea market today. Very nice looking English vehicle. The styling sort of American looking, might I say, but very cool looking vehicle as well. Love that grille, very tough looking. Two more matchboxes here from the swap meet. Love this Corvette, absolutely tough as. I probably have this one already, but of course me, I'll buy as many as I can find, I guess. Very cool, made in Macau as well. Love the design as well, very tough looking Corvette. Old Matchbox Shunter here, very nice looking locomotive. Looks English to me. I don't think us here in Australia have anything like that, or even the Americans. I think the Americans would have something massive compared to this. Very cool indeed. Had a couple of these from when I was a kid. Some various assorted trains as well. I think this was one of them. I think it's yellow, the one I have, and I might have a green one, but Dad bought this one. Very good condition, a little bit chipped up here and there, but nevertheless awesome to find something still pretty much in decent condition at the swap meet today. Two loose Hot Wheels as well. I think this is Speed Shark or something like that. Very nice looking, well, very unusual looking fantasy car from back in the 90s. I'm not sure if I actually have one from when I was a kid or even one at all. So it was cool to find one at the swap meet today. Love the colour combination as well. Very cool. Found this one as well at the swap meet. Love my Jaguars. Love especially the old design of the Jaguars. Such a great looking shape. I don't know what it is about these cars, but I have such a great liking to them. Old Malaysia base with brown or maroon paint or whatever it is. Not sure if I got a brown one yet, but now I do then if I don't. So very cool. Love my Jaguars, as I said. Get to the Tamikas now. Found this lot at the swap meet today. Isuzu Wealth. I love my Isuzus. Got the old snorkel truck here as well, or fire truck. What's an Isuzu as well? It's got suspension on it, which is a bit funny for a modern Tomica. Very cool as well. As always, the Tamikas are presented very well. Such oddball vehicles like this one here. I believe this is a Hitachi. Looks like a mining vehicle. I think I've seen something like this before actually. Not sure if it was a Hitachi though, but as you can see it swivels at the bottom, sort of like a construction vehicle. Very unusual though. Looks like more of an off-terrain sort of dump truck, so that's very cool. Well, absolutely awesome detail in it, and rubber treads, very cool. Got the made in Japan Tamikas now, some awesome ones in the mix. Isuzu, I think it's Hi-Pack. Yep, Hi-Pack van, very cool, very unusual looking Isuzu. Never knew something like this existed from them. The back opens up and everything, very cool. Isuzu V12, unfortunately couldn't find the trailer when I was looking through these trays at this diecast shop. I found something sort of similar, but it was very small and looked a bit funny on this one. But still very cool. There's the base, surprisingly it's plastic. V12, I can only assume that's the engine in it. Unfortunately it doesn't have the driver compartment where you sit. I don't know how you're going to drive this thing. There's the engine, very cool, great detail in the Tamikas, as I always say. American cement truck, very cool model. Got a couple of the other variations of the American truck, the dump truck, and also the tow truck. Now I got the cement mixer, very cool indeed. Very tough looking truck. Love the look of this car. Oldsmobile Tornado, what a name, very cool. It looks like a Cadillac. It could be based on one, I'm not really sure, might have to research it. Opening doors, tough looking car, very nice indeed. Now we'll get to the stuff off my man mate. Got a couple of blue cards here, the old pizza vet. Could go with a pizza to be honest now. Old 5-spoke variation, the 3-spoke variation. I think I had one of these as a kid. Loose and or carded, so very cool. Brings back a lot of good memories, the old blue cards as well. Absolutely cool. Part of the fast food series, a lot of them had funny names. I'm not sure what some of them were, but they had the food name in front of the car name or something like that. Very cool marketing thing done by Hot Wheels. I think it's a plastic top and metal base, so very cool. Something a little bit different to the usual release of cars. Old Speed Fleet card now. Old Solier, love this car, very unusual. Love the Tampo design as well. Pretty much looks similar to the one on the card art, sort of. What was I going to say? Ultra Hots, love the Ultra Hot wheels. Have a look on the back, just got a little checklist on it. What you don't really see anymore, you don't see checklists on the back of the nowadays cards, but nevertheless still very cool. Love it. Very nice looking race car. One of my all-time favourite vehicles as a kid, the old Oshkosh snowplow. I know I've mentioned it several times when I've done vids, everyone, but love this truck. Love it. Loved it as a kid as well. Very cool. This one seems like the all-metal variation. Thank goodness it's got its plough in there. Have a look on the back of it. A little advertisement for the car wash service station. Didn't know they still did sets like that back in the 80s? Yeah, 80s, yeah, gee. Didn't want to stuff that up. Very nice, well presented on the old 80s card as well. Love the Oshkoshes, very tough looking truck. Super weighty as well. Last but not least, the military vehicles still with their Matchbox boxes. I know that sounds very silly. Old Swamp Rat here, it looks like, oh, what's its name? We'll have a look. Oh, I don't know what these cars are called. Looks like vehicles go around in the swamplands or whatever. Love it in the military sort of style. I'm surprised the plastic guy's still intact. Same with the box as well. I think the box would be a lot more harder to find than anything else. He reckons on the top here the guy swivels around, but I don't want to push him too far. Might snap something. Very nice, well presented. Love my military stuff. Absolutely tough as. And the old armoured Jeep here, such a popular vehicle used by many countries' armies over the world. I think even our army might have used it once or twice. Very cool. I'm surprised, is that a plastic base or metal base? Very nice. It sort of looks like the Hot Wheels version, how it's sort of based and everything. Same with the casting and everything, a little bit, but Hot Wheels one was a little bit more lower to the ground. Very nice looking vehicle. Love the Jeeps. Very cool. Love it in the military design as well. Absolutely cool as. Have a look at the old box as well. See what it says on it. Love the card art. The box art on the box. Very cool. You see what the gun does in that. Very cool. Something a little bit different Matchbox did back in the day. They did it on the box. whereas Hot Wheels did it on the card. Like, it's so cool to see how each diecast company presented their cars over the years. It's so cool. Well, that brings us to the end of this week's vid, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this week's vid. I hope you enjoyed me rambling on yet again about what I found. But nevertheless, hope you enjoyed, everyone. Thank you for tuning in once again, everyone. Really do appreciate it. And remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting. Keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week.